Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're diving right back into the crazy momentum that's happening in the crypto market. While we're still a little distance away from a full-blown altcoin season, it feels like one token in particular is ignoring that delay and blazing its own path forward, ZBCN. Yep, it kind of looks like Zebec network is having its own personal altcoin season right now, and it's not showing any signs of slowing down. Disclaimer: this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice of any kind. The content reflects the personal opinions of the creator and is not a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any cryptocurrency, stock, or financial asset. Always conduct your own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Let's start by setting the broader scene. Ethereum has been the center of attention lately. A lot of chatter online has surrounded its current chart pattern, a textbook bull flag. Now, if you're familiar with technical analysis, you know that bull flags often precede major breakout moves. So if Ethereum continues to maintain upward momentum and breaks out of this flag, it could trigger a significant move across the altcoin landscape. But here's the catch. Instead of waiting around for the altcoin tide to lift all boats, smart investors are focusing on projects that are already generating their own momentum, and that's where ZBCN comes in. In a market flooded with thousands, if not millions, of tokens and coins, the reality is that not all of them are going to make it. There simply isn't enough liquidity or capital to support every single project out there. That's why it's crucial to identify the standouts, the coins that show strength even when the rest of the market is stagnating. ZBCN is one of those standout tokens. It has consistently defied the general market trend and has continued to reward those who believed in it early on. So why is ZBCN seeing such a strong performance? Let's dive into some recent developments and news updates that might help explain the surge. One of the key pillars behind Zebec's success is that it's not just a payroll solution anymore. The project is evolving rapidly, moving beyond its original use case. Zebec is building purpose-driven tools with real-world impact, and that's a big deal in crypto. It's not just about token speculation or vaporware. They're actively solving problems and delivering usable technology. It's refreshing to see a blockchain-based company maintaining regular updates and showing transparent growth. Here's something that caught a lot of people's attention. Zebec recently became the #1 most searched crypto on Coinbase. That's a significant milestone. Even though it's not listed on Coinbase yet, the sheer search volume indicates growing interest. The Coinbase effect is real. Coins tend to pump hard once they get listed due to exposure to millions of retail investors. While it's not yet on Coinbase or Binance, the buzz is growing louder. And let's be honest, with this level of activity, those two exchanges must be watching closely. A listing might happen sooner than most expect. Now let's get into some juicy price action. At the time of writing, ZBCN is sitting at 0.589 line. That may not seem like much at first glance, but in context, it's huge. The token recently broke through multiple all-time highs. Just in the past few days, it's been on a tear. It made a high of 49 cents on May 24th, jumped to 57 cents 2 days later, and then hit 61, a new all-time high. That kind of consistent upward trajectory is rare and should not be ignored. If you were among the savvy investors who bought the dip down to $0.38 after that temporary crash from 0.057, you're likely sitting on impressive gains right now. And based on the comments I've seen on this channel, many of you did exactly that. Huge congratulations to those who had the conviction to buy during the dip. Let's bring in some technical analysis here. The Tridicis indicator, available below in the description, has proven to be an excellent tool for identifying bullish and bearish momentum. According to Tridicis, ZBCN has been in bullish momentum since May 20th, and it hasn't looked back since. As I refresh my chart, the price just moved up again, now sitting at 0.0594 cents. This thing is a beast. People are even starting to reallocate their portfolios around ZBCN. Several users on X, formerly Twitter, and in the comment sections have stated that they've sold significant amounts of XRP to go all in on Zebec. One user mentioned offloading over $100,000 worth of XRP to move into ZBCN. These are not casual investors. This is real money making a real bet on what they see as a better opportunity. And that's the core of what's happening. ZBCN is winning attention, confidence, and capital in a market that's still largely uncertain. And naturally, that has created some FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. People hate missing out. So what do? They start criticizing the projects that are winning simply because they missed the train. But remember, the current market cap of ZBCN is still under $1 billion. That leaves plenty of room for growth. I've shared my price predictions in previous videos. You can check them out on the channel. But in short, I genuinely believe ZBCN has the potential to break through the billion-dollar market cap threshold and go far beyond. The fundamentals, community sentiment, and technicals all align. Speaking of sentiment, let's check that real quick. A whopping 87% of people tracking ZBCN on social platforms are bullish. That's a strong indicator. Now contrast that with XRP, which is down 6% over the past 7 days and essentially flat in the last 24 hours. The difference is staggering. The explanation lies in the market cap. XRP's market cap is sitting at a massive $133 billion, while ZBCN is hovering around $473 million. It takes significantly less capital influx for ZBCN to move, which makes it more agile in this stage of the cycle. Combine that with hype, a passionate community, and possible big partnerships down the line, and you get a perfect recipe for continued growth. Now, here's the kicker. While recording this video, the price just pushed above 6 cents. That's over a 40% gain in just the last 24 hours. Think about that for a moment. A 40% gain in one day during a market that hasn't even kicked off its altcoin season yet? That's not just impressive, it's nearly unheard of. One post summed it up perfectly. Never saw a project this powerful. If you didn't invest yet, it's the right time before we leave you behind. Still, I want to give a word of caution here. I've always encouraged smart investing, and part of that is getting in at good entry points. Right now, ZBCN is sitting at or near its all-time high. While momentum is clearly strong, I don't recommend FOMO, fear of missing out, investing. That's not what we do here. Instead, wait for a solid setup. You always want to find a better deal than the last person. The important thing to remember is that ZBCN has shown remarkable strength. It's not just following the market, it's leading it. Red day or green day, this token continues to climb. That level of resilience is rare and valuable, and it's why I've continued to talk about ZBCN for the last month and a half. Momentum is growing fast. More creators are covering the project, more influencers are taking notice, and new audiences are jumping in. That's how viral growth begins. When attention increases, liquidity increases. When liquidity increases, market cap increases. And that's the path to exponential gains. So whether you're a holder, an observer, or someone still on the fence, this is a project to keep your eyes on. ZBCN isn't just pumping. It's building, it's expanding, and it's capturing the imagination of an industry constantly in search of the next big thing. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you found this update helpful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you bullish on Zebec Network? Where do you think it's headed next? Drop your opinions below. I read every single one. And as always, stay safe, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next video.